The 2024 real estate world started strong with some big surprises, unexpected interest rate updates, and optimistic inflation news. Hello, Montreal! Let's break down Montreal's Q1 real estate market update for 2024. In this video, I'll be walking you through the stats for different regions of Montreal. Stay tuned until the end when we will talk about inflation, and as always, I will tell you my prediction for the second quarter of 2024. My name is Aguinaga with LJ Realties here in Montreal. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Please make sure you like and subscribe. It's going to motivate me to continue putting out this content. If you have any other questions about our incredible market, please feel free to reach out to me or book a call with me. All of my information is in the description down below. Let's get started. When looking at total residential sales for Q1 2024, we saw an increase of 20%. Yes, you heard that right. 20% when compared to the same quarter last year. At the same time, listings are up 16% compared to last year. This is because a lot of buyers and sellers had been sitting on the sidelines, have come off the sidelines and into play. I expect this trend to continue, especially compared to the same period in 2023, as it was a slower year all around. In the Montreal Metropolitan area, we saw an increase in pricing across the board when comparing Q1 2024 to Q1 2023. Homes saw an increase of 9% with an average price of $652,000. Condos were up 5% at an average price of $456,000. And finally, multiplexes were up 8% at an average price of $781,000. Currently, single-family homes and condos are in a seller's market and multiplexes are in a balanced market. That being said, it still feels like a buyer's market for the most part in our day-to-day. It might just be that the last seller's market we were in was such a heavily weighted seller's market, but we're currently seeing buyers negotiate prices, giving us the impression that it's still in the buyer's favor to a certain extent. On the Island of Montreal, we saw prices do different things when comparing Q1 2024 to the previous quarter. Homes decreased by 0.7% with an average price of $911,000. Condos were up 1.2% at an average price of $521,000. And multiplexes were up 1.3% with an average price of $836,000. Pricing on the island remained pretty consistent over the last 6 months, with minor changes. In terms of days on market for the Island of Montreal in Q1 2024, homes took an average of 69 days to sell, condos 70 days to sell, and multiplexes 79 days to sell. The three categories are within 1 day of their statistic in Q1 2023, therefore no real change in this category. When looking at the type of market that we're in, the Island of Montreal is in a seller's market in all three categories. That being said, all three categories are approaching a balanced market. We'll see what direction they head in the next quarter. Laval saw a mixed bag of pricing changes when comparing Q1 2024 to the previous quarter. Homes increased by 3.5% with an average price of $599,000. Condos were down 2.3% with an average price of $423,000. And multiplexes were up 6.4% with an average price of $797,000. Days on market for Laval also saw a variety of changes when compared to the same period in 2023. Homes, on average, took 2 days less to sell at 54 days. Condos were 13 days slower to sell at 71 days. Finally, multiplexes were slower by 19 days at 83 days to sell. Laval plexes are now in a balanced market, while single-family homes and condos remain in a seller's market. The South Shore of Montreal saw their largest gains in the area compared to the previous quarter. Homes increased by 3.7% with an average price of $635,000. Condos were up 3.6% at an average price of $406,000, and multiplexes were up a staggering 6.7% with an average price of $711,000. Days on market for the South Shore was down in 2 of the 3 categories when comparing Q1 2024 to Q1 2023. Homes took an average of 52 days, down 3 days. Condos took 52 days, down 4 days. And multiplexes took 78 days, up 12 days. Just like on the Island of Montreal, the South Shore is in a seller's market in all 3 categories. Now you have all the data, but so what? Prices are up in just about every category. More and more listings are hitting the market, giving buyers more choices. The increase in choice is being absorbed by an increase of buyers entering the market at the same time. I expect prices to continue to climb as interest rates hold steady and the possibility of a decrease continues to be waved in front of us. The Government of Canada also released a few policy changes to help first-time home buyers in Canada. They've increased the maximum withdrawal to $60,000 from your RRSPs for the home buyers plan. They've also introduced a grace period of up to 5 years before having to recontribute. And finally, they've increased the amortization to 30 years for buyers purchasing in new developments. Q2 of 2024 is sure to be a continuation of what we've been seeing. Our team has been meeting with several buyers and sellers looking to make a move. With inflation coming in below 3% for the last 3 months, I expect to see the first rate drop in July. They keep pushing it back, but that's my current bet. On another note, I saw more multiple offer situations in Q1 2024 than I had in all of 2023. I think we're entering the last quarter where buyers will be able to take their time and ponder for a week before they need to decide if they like the property or not. Whether you're a buyer or a seller, book a call with me to discuss your real estate plans. Without a plan, it's simply a dream. Let's work together to achieve your real estate dreams. What part of town are you most interested in following? Comment below and I'll send you the full statistics for that area. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment for more content just like this. Thank you for tuning in, Montreal. We look forward to seeing you next time.